Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today on The Hunter Call of the Wild, we are here in early access for the new game feeder update. I'd like to give a big thanks to Expansive Worlds for giving me this opportunity to share this with you early. So the game feeder update releases on Tuesday, October 21st. You're going to see this video on October 20th, which is one day before the release. I'm really excited about this update, so let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So with the game feeder pack, we officially have 3 feeders in the Hunter Call of the Wild. There's the bait barrel, traditional design using a modified steel oil drum. The rigged construction is perfect for keeping bears occupied and most other species out. The box feeder, made of lightweight materials, this game feeder is specially constructed to target deer and similarly proportioned species, resistant to small pests. And then last but certainly not least, we have the post feeder, automatically dispenses bait at a steady rate. The height of the feeder hopper combined with a sturdy foundation prevents damage from aggressive visitors. So if you do want to purchase these, the bait barrel is 10,000, the box feeder is 12,000, and the post feeder is also 12,000. So if you don't have a ton of cash in game, these will get pretty expensive. I'm here on my PC for early access, and I've only got 72,000 to my name. So yeah, I don't want to buy a ton of these or else I'll be super broke, which I'm already pretty broke as you can see. The cool thing is when you download the DLC, you get one of each feeder for free, so you can test them out without having to buy them, and then if you want to buy more, well you can. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, those are the 3 feeders coming to the Hunter Call of the Wild on October 21st, and I am super excited about it. Now today's video is going to be focusing on the box feeder. I've already got it in my inventory, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. So just like any structure in the game, you can walk up to this bag right here and dismantle it. And if you want to refill it, you just walk up to the feeder itself, and it gives you the option to refill. So the 2 options that we have are fortified pellet feed and a multi-grain flake mix. If I'm not mistaken, the fortified pellet feed is for deer and deer-like species, so like mule deer, whitetail, stuff like that. And the multi-grain flake mix, I want to say, is for hogs and then like smaller deer species. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. But it doesn't actually tell you here in game, it's just one of those things you're going to have to kind of learn on your own. And I'll probably end up making like a list of the different animals that are attracted to each feeder, just so I can kind of personally keep up with it. And honestly, the feed isn't too expensive. The fortified pellet is 500, and the multigrain is 450. So I'm really excited to go ahead and get to this hunt. I've got 2 different locations here on Layton that we're going to check out. The first one is over here by this ground blind. This is a nice open area, so I'm hoping we'll find some whitetail and maybe even moose. I'm not 100% sure if they'll come into the box feeder. That's something I want to test out. Like, I know they'll come into the post feeder because we saw that in the trailer. I'm just curious to see if they'll actually come to the box feeder. And then the second spot is over here on the right side of the map, more towards the bottom right. It's also a ground blind, and this is a really nice open spot as well. So we should be able to get some blacktail and hopefully some elk over there. And of course, there's always a chance we might get a bear that ends up destroying the feeders, so that's something we have to watch out for as well. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 more box feeder, that way we have 2. And yeah, that just put a dent into our cash. We're at 60,000 now. I can't wait until this officially releases so I can have it on my Xbox and I can spend just as much money as I want. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this hunt. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe as it really will help out the channel. And really quickly, I do want to mention there will be a second video out today. This one's going to be pretty early on in the morning, and then the second one will be probably in the evening sometime. It'll be either about the post feeder or the bait barrel. Okay, so there's our ground blind. Let's go ahead and place our feeder. And how far is that exactly? About 100 meters? 100, 110 meters, something like that. That'll be fine. Let's go ahead and place it. And then as for the feed, I guess we'll go for the fortified pellet. I don't know if there's anything on this map that'll actually take the multi-grain flake mix. Yeah, let's just fill it up with that for now. And that's not the only place you can fill your feeder up at. If you go to your map and you tap on the icon, you can actually refill remotely. So I thought that was really cool. It also shows how much bait you have left. In our case, it's 100%. And now we just have to wait on some animals. We actually have a black bear right there. It's a level 7, 18 to 21. Are we going to get to see a black bear destroy it, like, right away? That would be super cool. Now he's trotting towards it. He turned towards it. It looks like he's going to. Yeah, he's feeding at it right now. That is so cool. What time is it? It's currently 4 in the morning. We'll talk about how the feeders work here in a second. And while we're watching him, I want to see what time Black Bear feed. There you go, he destroyed it. I don't really like how that message popped up. We completely missed it because of that. But there you go, he did destroy our feeder. That is insane. So now we have to take him out. Yeah, I didn't really like how that message popped up, but it's still really cool that bears can actually destroy these feeders. That's where you want to use the post feeder because they cannot destroy it. But let's see, what time do black bear feed? That was something I wanted to look up. So it looks like black bear feed pretty much all night long. So that explains why he came into the feeder. It costs 1,200 to repair, so not too terrible. And there we go, just like that, it's back up. Now, do we have to refill it? I would assume so. Yeah, we do. But the way that the feeders work is it has to be the animal's feed time for them to come in. I'm not sure about bears if they can just come up to it at any time and destroy it. But like for instance, whitetail and moose, they feed from 4 to 8 in the morning here on Layton. So it has to be their feed time for them to actually come to it. This level 7 black bear is a gold at 20.43, intestine, stomach, and liver. So not really a good shot whatsoever, but liver is vital, so I'll take it. But yeah, as I said, it has to be an animal's feed time for them to come into the feeder. If it's not their feed time, they're not going to show up. Okay, so we do have some moose right here. That was pretty fast. We just got back up to the stand. But it looks like they can come into the box feeder. That is good to see. Looks like it's just a couple of females right now. But there she goes. She is eating. That is awesome. And here's another one right here. She's a little further off from the feeder, but she's indeed eating. I do want to wait around just a little bit to see if there's any other animals that come in, like a male moose or some whitetail. But it's good to see this feeder is actually working on moose. I want to say the attraction on the feeder is 400 meters, so as long as an animal passes within 400 meters of the feeder, they're going to remember that it's in the area, and next time it's their feed time, they will come into it. I think we might go ahead and take one of these. This one's really close to us. She's giving us a really good shot. Let's take her. We are using the Malmer 7mm, so it's going to take her a little bit longer to go down. And I'm actually curious if hunting pressure will have an effect on the feeders. As you see right up there, it says low pressure caused by hunting. When pressure reaches dead zone, animals will avoid this area. I would assume that's still the case. If there's just a crap ton of hunting pressure, they're not going to come into the feeder. That might be something to test in the future. It is super foggy. Those night vision binoculars are basically useless right now. And also, I went ahead and put down my other feeder in my second location. That way it's already over there. It has bait in it, it's still at 100%. But that way the animals will already be familiar with it once we get over there to it, so hopefully it'll go pretty smooth. We're at 99% bait here in this one. Ooh, there we go, we have a male moose mating call. I guess he's gonna be like right behind that hill, so we'll have to wait for him to step out over here somewhere. Oh, there he is. It's a level 3, 150 to 204. I'm not sure if he has any others with him. If he does, they're probably back behind the hill. We'll go ahead and take him. And that was pretty quickly after we shot that female. Maybe 2 minutes? So far, this thing is working pretty well. I'm hoping we'll get some whitetail in at some point. Whitetail feed from 4 to 8, and I think from 16 to 20. Oh, we actually have some more moose over here. I was not paying attention. I was looking at something on my phone. They never gave off a mating call or anything. So there's a couple level 2 males. That one's a 75 to 129. The other one is an 81 to 135. That one has the best estimate, so I guess we'll take him. So far, no whitetail. Let's see, it's 5:21, so we still have quite a bit of time before their feed time ends. We definitely could get some whitetail at some point. There's another moose, level 3, 172 to 226. That's crazy. Okay, so far I'm having a ton of fun with this feeder. I think it's really just going to come down to picking the best locations, and then there we have some whitetail. That one's a level 2, 168 to 209. There's a level 1, 90 to 130. Yeah, this spot on the left side of the map right here is fantastic, at least for me. I'm sure there's going to be areas that we pick that aren't as good. There's another level 2, 193 to 234. So now we have a decision to make. What do we take? That level 3 moose isn't too bad. But since we haven't taken a whitetail yet, I think we'll go for one of them. And we'll go for that one since he's max weight potential. I'd like him to be giving us a broadside shot. We can still take that though. It'll be good. Okay, so what is that? 3 moose and then 1 whitetail? And then 1 black bear as well. So far, so good. I am really enjoying myself with these feeders. And then we have a female moose right up there that's only attentive, so she might come down to it here in a second. And if I was feeling risky, I would take that whitetail. I just know I'd miss it though. There's another level 3 moose, 155 to 209. And we have even more whitetail coming in. This is actually insane. I wonder if we've had any action over here at this feeder. It's still at 100%. I wrote down the feed times for each animal that I thought might come into the feeders. Let me see what time blacktail feed. 4 to 8 as well. They also feed from 12 to 16. And then Roosevelt elk, they feed from 8 to 12 and 16 to 20. So it appears that's the only male whitetail in this herd. I'm not going to take him while he's laying down. We'll wait until he stands up. Nice, our whitetail has stood up. We'll go ahead and drop him right beside the other one. And this female moose has been chilling here for quite some time, so I think I'll just go ahead and take her. There hasn't been anything else that's come in a while. And we dropped her with the heart shot. So we do have a couple more whitetail that have walked in. They're both level 2s. This one's a 113 to 154. And that one's a 150 to 191. I'm going to try to get both of them. So that one has his head up right now. That one's going to lift his head, so let's take him. If we can get back to this one, which we didn't, we'll take him. I was just too slow. But we can still probably get him here. Or not, he's just going to trot the whole way. And this moose is making a beeline to this feeder. I spotted him right up here and he was just running the entire time. There's a level 3, 155 to 209. Is that one of the same ones that we've seen? I can't remember the estimates, but I think it might be. I think it was that level 3 that was up there near those whitetail that were coming in. I could be wrong though. was hoping that'd be a heart shot. He's still gonna drop pretty quickly. So I think that's moose number 5 now. I've honestly lost track. 3 whitetail, 5 moose. Yeah, definitely a success. I can't be mad about it. And we have more whitetail coming in. Just absolutely insane. So that's a level 2 and a level 1. We did have a level 2, I think it was 2 level 2s and a level 1 over here at one point. That might be the same herd. So we'll drop that level 2 on the spot. There's our 4th whitetail. And we do have another female moose that's come in. It's not looking like she has anybody with her. Let's try to drop her with a heart shot. We did it. Nice. And there is another female moose that has walked up to the feeder. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I know, like I said, when an animal knows that there's a feeder on the map, they will come back to it during their feed time. But they will actually travel great distances, they said. So as long as there's a feeder and an animal has passed by it, they will always come back to it from what I understand. So I guess we'll try to drop this female moose with a heart shot as well. And there it is, she's down. Moose hearts are super big, so as long as you aim right in the middle of their chest, you're gonna hit the heart pretty much 9 times out of 10, I'd say. It is really hard to miss it. And it is currently 8:10, so it technically is past moose and whitetail feed time. Although sometimes animals will stay in a zone for, 10 to 20 minutes longer than they should. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have maybe a couple more animals come in. So I'll wait till about 8:30. If we don't see anything, we'll go pick up all of our animals and we'll move over to our next spot. Alright, so this level 3 moose was coming in, but then all of a sudden he turned around. So that means he is probably heading to a resting zone. Man, there are so many animals out here. It's going to take me a minute to make sure we have everything picked up. So here's one of the level 2 whitetail. He's going to be a silver at 178.17. Really good shot. And cool, we just got to level up. Here's one of those female moose. She's not going to have a trophy rating. We got her in the right lung and heart. Level 2 whitetail silver, 173.04. Right lung. Female moose, and that was a heart shot. Here's a level 2 moose. He is a silver, 102.27. Heart and right lung. Female moose, heart shot. We hit a lot of heart shots. I'm going to run up this way because we should have a level 3 moose up here somewhere. I think it was a level 3 anyway. We've shot so many different things, I can't remember. I just know there is one in this direction. And it is indeed a level 3. He's a silver at 191.67. Right lung. Just barely got in there. But let me know, what do you think of the feeder so far? Personally, I am really liking it. I feel like as long as you have good knowledge of feed zones and then pick a really good location to put it in, I think these will be a lot of fun. And this location was a good example of that. Just animals all over the place. Here's this level 2, he's a 153.51. Right lung. This level 2 is the best one by far. Gold, 208.58. Right lung. I want to say this was the first level 2 moose that we shot. He is a silver, 93.48. Left lung. I just kind of randomly stumbled up on this moose. This one looks like a level 3. He's a silver, 161.14. Left lung. And I do think this is the last animal that we need to pick up. Got her in the left lung. Overall, though, that was a fantastic start to this feeder hunt. This first spot was amazing. I literally have no complaints about it. Our second spot, as I said, is down here at the bottom right of the map. We've already got a feeder there, so I think we'll jump to it and get the time changed to about 3:30 or so. Alright, so we're in our second spot now, and same thing as last time. We're just gonna wait here until something comes in. I've got the time to about 3:20, I want to say. That way we have a chance to get a black bear to go up to the feeder and attack it. Speaking of black bear, there's one to our left. It shows she's feeding up there. And then it swapped over to traveling, and then it's going back to feeding. It's like back and forth for some reason. That's weird. It's like she wants to come to the feeder, but it's not allowing her to. There is indeed a black bear up there, though. Like, as soon as we said something about him, there's one right there. We'll keep an eye on her and see if she actually goes to the feeder or not. And just a little update on this black bear, it's still doing the same thing. It shows she's traveling for a little bit, and then she goes back to feeding. I'm going to assume that's probably a bug or something. She wants to go to the feeder, but for some reason, it's keeping her at her feed zone instead. Oh well, if she doesn't come in, as I said, not a big deal whatsoever. The main thing I want to see now is some blacktail and Roosevelt elk. Ooh, nice. There's a blacktail deer, 99 to 128. He's a level 3. There's another level 3, 107 to 135. That one's also a level 3, 119 to 148. Looks like it's a pretty big herd. And it might be all males as well. That one's level 3, 85 to 114. There's a female. But that's a really decent herd of blacktail. And they're slowly making their way to the feeder. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting development. These blacktail are in their feed zone. I just discovered it. And they're doing the same thing as that black bear, where they're eating and it shows they're traveling. And something I noticed earlier is this feeder never depleted whatsoever while we were at the first one. It was always at 100%. And then I was looking over here just a second ago. This one's at 99%. I refilled it as we left the area. And it's already dropping down. So that means there's animals at it right now. It's just weird that they're like traveling and then feeding. Traveling, feeding. I'm not sure what's happening. Let me swap the feed really quick. Maybe they just like the multigrain. I just don't think it really makes sense for them to like the multigrain over the pellets. I honestly think they're bugged out. Yeah, they're not moving, so I don't think it's an issue with the feed. The best thing I could do is probably just get out of the game and come back into it. Maybe that'll fix it. I really don't know. Let me go to the main menu and we'll come back in and see. Okay, so we're back at the stand, and you can see we have a female blacktail out there. She's feeding right now, but then she's also traveling, so it's the exact same situation. I am not sure what's going on. Maybe it's because we're too close to an outpost. I honestly don't know. It's weird. Because if we take a look at this one over here, it's at 97% now, so there are animals feeding at it as we speak. Yeah, I don't really know what's happening over here, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up this feeder, and we're going to try a different location. There is a stand right here, just outside of this outpost. But I don't know if it's like being close to an outpost that's causing us to, or causing the animals to glitch out. I'm really not sure what it is. We have a stand not too far from us. It's near a lake. It's about 600 meters away, so we might go see what that area looks like. If it looks decent, we'll just set up in front of it and see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm in my second spot here, and looks like things are actually going to work out this time. We have some blacktail trying to go to the feeder. Now I'm actually in a different spot than I planned on. I was going to go to this one here by this lake, but I really wasn't a fan of the area. So I decided to go up to this one between these two lakes. Okay, they're actually still resting. It's only 4:08, so they'll get up here in a little bit and probably start feeding. These are traveling towards it. There's a level 2, 75 to 103. Level 3, 102 to 130. Level 3, 102 to 131. Goodness, there's a lot of males in there. Lots of level 3s. The wind is in their favor, so we'll have to be careful. And the feeder's only about 65 meters away or so. Nice, they're actually feeding. That is fantastic to see. So let's take this one here. We'll drop him on the spot. I'm just really glad they actually came into it. I am not sure what was happening with that one spot. That was so weird. I don't know if the area itself is glitched out. I don't know if being near the outpost was making them bugged out. I'm not sure. Here's a level 3 that's heading our way. He goes up to 137. I don't know if that was good. Yeah, I don't know. He was dropping pretty slowly. The entire herd ended up coming back towards us. We put him on the ground though. We'll just have to wait and see if it was actually a good shot. I'm kind of leaning towards no. I think it might have been a little bit far back. I do hope the wind ends up shifting just a little bit. That way it's not like directly at the feeder. But I'm just really glad the animals actually went to the feeder instead of just being bugged out. That was extremely weird. And nice, we actually have a moose over here. It's just a female. There's also some blacktail, level 2, 69 to 98. And there's a female. I honestly wasn't expecting a moose to be over here, but it does make sense. They're mainly on the left side of the map, but I think it cuts off like right here. Sometimes you'll find them at this lake as well. So we're just pretty much on the border of their home range, but she was close enough, she came into it. So I want to take that level 2 blacktail. I guess we'll just have to wait on him to show himself again. The wind is still pretty much directly at the feeder. And I haven't seen the level 2 blacktail in quite some time. I'm not sure if he's below the hill or if he started fleeing when I had the map open. I'm not really sure. The moose is pretty much just chilling though. She is going to be traveling now. Heck, we might as well go ahead and take her. Oh, there's actually another moose to my right. I never saw this one. What the heck? Let's take her. She's really close to us. She never made a sound. That was so weird. And here's a pretty decent level 4 blacktail deer. 127 to 156. We do have some more over here as well. That one's also a level 4. 121 to 150. And there's also a female moose. Okay, that guy's alarmed. Let's try to get him before he flees. Nice, dropped him. The wind is slowly shifting to the right. Very, very slowly, but it is shifting. And I don't think we'll need the night vision anymore. So here's a level 2, 74 to 103. Level 3, 115 to 143. Level 3, 111 to 140. And level 2, 69 to 98. I want to say this might be the first herd that we saw earlier. As I said, I am terrible with remembering estimates, so I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we have another blacktail down. Level 3, 102 to 131. Level 2, 75 to 103. Level 3, 99 to 128. And looks like that might be it. So they just stepped out. Let's take the level 3. I don't guess there's any male moose in this area. All we've seen is females so far. Okay, she's gonna be going down. That might have been a liver shot. She was like right behind the feeder, so I had to aim a little bit far back. Just dropped another blacktail. That was a level 2. There goes another one. And then you saw there was a level 2 down by the feeder as well. So I stepped out of my room for just a minute, and when I came back, I see that we have some Roosevelt elk at the feeder. It's just females. So let's take that one. But it is good to see that they do come to the box feeder. I was pretty sure they would, considering moose can come to it. But that's one Roosevelt elk down. Hopefully we get some more in. It's currently 9:12, so it's an hour past their feed time. And that was the first group that had come in, so maybe we'll get some mails here in a little bit. Alright, so it's currently 13:25 here in game, almost an hour and a half after Roosevelt Oak feed time. And we only had that one herd come in, so unfortunately we're not going to be getting any mails. But it's okay, honestly, we had so many blacktail come in. I feel like we still had a very successful hunt here at the second feeder. This one's a level 3 silver, 128.85, double lung. Level 3 silver, 129.01, left lung. This one here is also a level 3. He is a gold at 136.48, right scapula, right lung. Level 2 silver, 89.24, right lung. And what is he doing with his back leg there? I'm not really sure. And this one here is going to be the best one. He is a gold level 4, 146.36, right lung. This one is another level 3. He is a silver, 116.63. So I know we got some moose and stuff back in that direction, but we did shoot a blacktail that I'm not 100% sure we got a good shot on. And yeah, it was a bad shot. I thought it might have been far back, but it was actually led pretty good. We just needed to wait like maybe half a second more. Got him in the thoracic vertebrae and right scapula. Yeah, just led him a little too much. It was almost good, almost perfect. So let's see, I know we have at least 2 to 3 moose, and then that Roosevelt elk. This is going to be the Roosevelt elk right here. And just like all the other female animals that we've taken today, she's not going to have a trophy rating. That was a double lung shot. And now I think we just have to find our moose. Like I said, I think there's 2 or 3. This is probably the tracks of one of them. Yeah, there's some blood right up ahead, so let's follow it. And here's one of those female moose. It wasn't the one that we were tracking, but she had went in the same direction. Got her in the right lung. Now this one here is the one that we were tracking, and we got it in the left lung. And I do think that was the last animal that we had to pick up. I'm not seeing any more blood trails or any animals on the ground. Pretty much every one of those blacktail we dropped on the spot. I think it was only 2 moose that we took, and then of course we had the Roosevelt elk. But man, I had such a good time with this box feeder. I think people are really going to enjoy it. It is just going to come down to knowing feed zones and then knowing where to set up. If you find the right location and know your feed zones, you're going to be set. I mean, you just saw how many animals were coming in. Sometimes it was only 2 or 3 minutes and there was another herd. It was actually insane. But yeah, we used the fortified pellet feed today. I do want to use the multi-grain flake mix at some point. Probably in the post-feeder video. There just wasn't any species out here on late, and I'm pretty sure that's actually going to be attracted to it. I might be wrong, but I'll have to test it out in my own time. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and honestly, this hunt makes me even more excited for the other 2 feeders. As I said, there's going to be a second video out today, probably covering the post feeder, and then tomorrow on release day we'll have a video out about the bait barrel. But let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. I'm sure I probably forgot to mention something. There's just so much information to go over about these things. But if you have any questions, let me know, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really will help out the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.